All right, let's have some fun with words today. We're going on a bit of a linguistic adventure, diving into all those moments when the word ask just doesn't cut it. We're going to find the words that pack a real punch.
I mean, you know that feeling, right? We're trying to get something really important across, and you say you're asking, but it just feels weak. It's like you're trying to play a whole symphony with just one little key on a piano. It just falls completely flat. Well, here's the good news. Our language is full of words with all this hidden power just sitting there waiting for us. And today, we're going to grab the key and unlock it. We're moving past the basics to find words that are way more precise, way more powerful, and honestly, just a lot more fun to use.
So what really is in a word? What's the big difference between just a simple request and a plea that comes from deep down? Let's start with a concept we all get and see if we can build from there.
We all get the idea of praying or asking for something. But think of language as this giant, amazing toolbox. You wouldn't use just a hammer for every single job, right? No way. You've got all these specialized tools, and in language, those tools are words, each with its own unique feel, its own emotional weight.
So let's picture this whole thing as a spectrum. On one end, you've got the really formal, buttoned-up ways of asking. But as we move down the line, things start to get a lot more personal, way more emotional, and much, much more intense.
Okay, so starting on that formal end, you have a word like petition. It sounds official, almost legal, doesn't it? Then there's advocate, which is when you're pleading for a cause, you're standing up for something bigger than yourself. But my favorite on this list has to be explore. How cool is that? It's not just asking, it's like this prayerful search for something that feels lost. It's an adventure, an act of discovery.
All right, now we're moving down the spectrum. We're getting into the words that are just jam-packed with emotion. This is where things get really interesting, really powerful. These aren't just requests anymore. These are pleas that come straight from the heart.
Let's start with the heavy hitter, implore. Just feel that word for a second. This is not a casual ask. This is the word you pull out when you're desperate, when everything is on the line. It's got urgency, it's got passion, it's just powerful.
And here's the really cool part. If you look at the root of the word implore, it's all about applying pressure, using force. It's like you are verbally pushing with every single ounce of your being to make something happen. You're not just asking, you are pleading with everything you have.
Now let's look at another word and see how the vibe totally changes. Supplicate. This is also a super earnest plea, but the feeling is completely different. With this one, the key ideas are humility and reverence. You're not pushing. You're actually lowering yourself in a really profound way. And to really get this, think about the Munajat in Muslim prayers. It's described as this incredibly personal, intimate, and humble conversation with God. That right there, that is the absolute essence of what it means to supplicate. It's a quiet, deep, and respectful plea. So let's put them side by side. When you supplicate, the tone is humble. It's reverent, like you're pleading from a position below. But when you implore, the tone is desperate, it's urgent, and it comes with a sense of force. One is all about humility, the other is all about desperation. Two incredibly powerful words, two completely different emotional worlds. Okay, so we've looked at the definitions, we've felt the emotion behind them. Now let's see what happens when you actually put these words together. Let's really hear their power in action. Just listen to how this prayer builds. It starts with supplication, that humble, quiet, reverent request. But then it builds up to this crescendo, this desperate, forceful plea. I implore you. You can feel the emotional intensity just ratchet up. Did you feel that? That little journey it took you on? It's basically a miniature story, told just by picking the right words. It starts in this place of quiet humility, and then builds and builds to this climax of raw desperation. That's not just asking for something. That is storytelling with words, and it's so effective.
So after going through all this, you've kind of unlocked a new skill. Think of it as your own linguistic superpower, something you can start using every single day.
So here's what to take away from all this. First, remember that words live on a spectrum, all the way from formal to totally fervent. Second, digging into where a word comes from, its origin, can show you its real hidden power. And, maybe most importantly, picking the right word doesn't just make you sound smart, it makes what you say clearer, more precise, and way more impactful. It's all about having fun and playing with all the incredible tools that our language gives us.
So now you've seen the hidden power locked inside these words. The only question left is, what words are you going to choose?